think the rain's going to hold off for a little while now. I hope. I think we're done with it for a bit. So I think I want to go off for a little bit of a walk. Head back up into Lincoln Woods, do the rail trail side of it again, and just see if there's anything interesting. And also check out some of the peaks to see if any snow showed up overnight. So I'll go for a little bit of a walk, that's all. Hey, door's locked. Got an extra battery with me. Let's go take a peek. See what's doing. I also noticed that the campground's starting to fill up a bit. There's a few more sites occupied now. So people are showing up here. Almost had the place to myself up until today. So now there's a few sites that are occupied. And you can't see much here, but there's definitely some snow up in the higher elevations up there. I can see it. A wide angle lens on this camera you probably can't. Let me switch over to my cell phone view here for you. And hopefully you can see it a little bit better there with using the telephoto lens on my cell phone. But yeah, there's definitely some snow up in those higher elevations now. That wasn't there yesterday. So that came overnight. But we did drop down to 36 degrees overnight last night. So not really all that surprised. In those higher elevations, I'm sure it was well below freezing. Imagine what it was like at the 4,000 foot range. This isn't anywhere near 4,000 feet. So I'm just getting myself some opening shots here for my Thanksgiving video, which will have already been released on my YouTube channel by the time you're seeing this. Probably by several weeks, as I will have released it on Thanksgiving Day. There's definitely some snow up in those higher elevations. Quite visible here. I think even you guys can see that in the wide angle lens on this one. Winter's coming. Coming later than this year, but it's coming. Looks like somebody found one of the artifacts from the old clear cutting days here. Unfortunately, they didn't leave it where they found it like they're supposed to. Moved it out onto the trail post here. But that's definitely an old artifact from those days. Oh, we got a new sign for the OCO trail too. Interesting. I'm always trying to find some of these artifacts. These I know where they are. that one I know where it is. Other ones I have no idea, but that I know where it is. I can get you to that one. And then explored the OCO trail a little bit. Nothing too exciting, but to get some nice views of the river down there. Or a brook, actually. That's just a brook, but it's starting to go uphill a bit too much now, and I don't have any energy at the moment, so I'm going to start heading back. Remember, I'm still getting over a cold here, so energy reserves are way down. So, and I don't want to put my body through that much stress. I could have a rebound on the cold, so don't want to have that happen. It's a nice time to be hiking though. There's nobody else around. I had a couple people coming by on the main trail. That was it. This is definitely a good time to be out hiking. But I'm still not fully recovered from this cold yet, so I want to get back to rest mode. Catch you back at the camp. That was a nice little hike. I didn't go too far in or anything. I didn't even record how far I walked, but just got out for a little bit, that's all. Stretched my legs, but didn't push myself too hard. Back at the camp again. Still a little congested, but anyway, that was a fun little walk and everything. But time to rest my voice a bit and stuff. I just heard my heat drum on too. No, probably not very stealthy. Well, good morning from Hancock Campground. So I'm here on my last morning of my last trip of 2024 here, unfortunately. So as I've said in previous videos there, I don't do any trips between Thanksgiving and New Year's because there's a lot of family activities and things like that going on. So next week is Thanksgiving, at least now in this timeline here where I am now. Obviously you're seeing this video probably mid-December sometime, but you already saw my Thanksgiving Day video, which I actually shot yesterday. So if you're new to this channel there, you just go back there. I actually cooked up a nice little feast at the fire pit in the rain. The video didn't come out the way I had planned, but that, and I have been fighting off a cold all this entire trip here too, so which has been kind of distracting me a bit. But you can go back, watch that video if you want. And also, if you're new to this channel, my name is Wolf, and I do a lot of adventures in my camper van, Wolf Van Jack. Yes, we have a wolf theme to this channel. Anyway, so this being my last morning, we're pretty much just going to have breakfast, get packed up, and head on out. So that's the plan for today, unfortunately. So this isn't going to be a super exciting video, but we'll be talking about some of my upcoming plans while we're doing this stuff. But first, let's get some breakfast on here. So let's get this pot out of the way. Yeah, we're just going to make a simple breakfast. We're going to have a couple of eggs, and a couple sausages. If my ham slices are still good, I think I have a couple of those left in the fridge. I don't know if they're any good anymore, though. They've been in there for a little bit. And we got a hash brown. It'll work. Get me fed and get me home. Or at least back to the home base. Okay, no ham slices. There was 2 ham slices left. They don't technically expire until the end of December, but they felt kind of slimy, and I said, nah. So, but we do have those, a couple of eggs, a couple of sausages, and a hash brown. So, that'll do. I don't need a huge meal. If I get hungry on the way home, I can stop and make myself a peanut butter and fluff sandwich. Not a big deal. Now we do have a couple of eggs here, so that'll be good. Well, there you go. Simple and quick breakfast this morning. I actually threw a piece of cheese on the eggs after I fried them, so add a little extra flavor, a couple sausages, and a hash brown. Quick and simple. It'll get me home. Now we're done with breakfast. Still working on my coffee a little bit, but breakfast is done. So now we gotta wash the dishes. That's always a fun process when indoors too. So here's my kitchen sink right now. And just put everything in here. There it is. We need this kettle. This is my dishwashing kettle. Once we have hot water, we can wash the dishes. So this is my current procedure for washing dishes inside the van. It's a little bit more complicated. For one thing, the sink is too high. And second of all, I don't have a place to set up a dish strainer. So there's an extra step involved here. So we'll do this last. Plate first. Pan's gonna take some scrubbing, so we'll work on that after it's soaked for a bit. All the soapy water that's gonna be poured on top of it. We'll do the easier dishes first, of course, like the plate. Starting with the biggest ones, get them out of the way. Alright, so that's washed. And I have to rinse it off. Like that. And then after it's rinsed, I have to immediately dry it. So I grab the dish towel, dry it off. Because I don't have room for a dish strainer. nor do I have a place for it to drain properly. It would just drip on the counter and then drip on the floor. So no dish strainer inside the van, so I can't have a place to put the wet dishes. So I have to dry it off and put it away immediately. And then I go grab the next dish. So that's it. Dishes are done. I'm out here with my glasses on now. Didn't put contacts on this entire trip. Just not feeling great, so didn't feel like doing all that stuff. So now it's time to get packed up and head out. So instead of stopping at Dunkin's like I usually do at the end of the trip this time, since I made my breakfast already, I'm going to stop at the pharmacy. I think it's a Rite Aid in downtown Lincoln, and get myself some cough syrup and some throat lozenges. So the sore throat's pretty well cleared up still. I'm coughing quite a bit, so I want to deal with that. See if I can get my full voice back again too. So I came a little bit prepared in case we did get any real snow out of this storm, which we didn't. I haven't seen any snow, in fact. Though we might have gotten some overnight, but it didn't stick, because the temperature did drop down to about 33, and we did get some rain coming through, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was some snow mixed in with that rain, but it was too cold and dark. I didn't go out and look. But I brought the shovel and the brush with me just in case I needed to clean the vehicle off. In the end, I didn't need them. I think that's about everything. I got the weather station in there already and everything else, so place is definitely filled up a bit. I counted 10 sites occupied other than mine. So when I first got here, there was just one other site occupied, and that's the host site, and I'm still counting the host site right now. So it's filled up. It's definitely not anywhere near its capacity of 54 sites, but some people, some hardy campers are here for the weekend. So I'd stay for the weekend too myself, but I got to get back for work stuff and things like that. So disappointed this is the last trip for a while. I said my next trip won't be until January, and I'll probably be back here again. So we'll see what upgrades we can do to Wolf Van Jack though in that time, including some improvements inside. I'd love to at least replace the rear tires with something that will handle the snow better. We'll see if that's something we can work out in the budget. Otherwise, yeah, time to hit the road. Next stop is going to be Rite Aid, I guess. Get myself some cough syrup and throat lozenges. Now we got to dry off the window so I can actually see where I'm going too. So that's it. All packed up, ready to go. That's unfortunately the end of my last trip of 2024. I need to start working my way back, so my next stop is going to be over to, I think it's a Rite Aid. And get myself some cough syrup and some throat lozenges to get home with. And yeah, be back on the road again. Probably come back here again early January, most likely. Now it's time to get some work done on Wolf Van Jack, so spend a couple of weeks getting some work done there. So hopefully we'll have some good videos of that coming up for you too. Let's get back on the road again. So this is it. Here we go. Nice smooth exit there, but oh well. Alright. Let's get over to Rite Aid. There's definitely some cool setups. I like that trailer there with the roof tent on it. These people have a hot tent over here. And a lot of vehicles in the spot. Another cool hot tent over there. Got somebody up in a truck camper. I've seen some really cool things over the years up here though. People with wood stoves and everything in them. But, oh well. Alright, let's get over to Rite Aid now. Alright, we made it to the Rite Aid. Let's see if I can find myself, let's see, I'm going to pick myself cough syrup, throat lozenges, and maybe a bottle of ginger ale too if they have it. Cold bottle of ginger ale just to sip on the drive home. Something else other than just water. Alright, check in after that. Okay, so I decided not to get the cough syrup with the expectorant in it because I remember that stuff tends to make me, sometimes makes me dizzy. And since I got a drive home, I didn't want to deal with that, but I did get myself some basic cough drops on my bottle of ginger ale and a chocolate-covered marshmallow ornament for later. Alright. Get ready to work my way home here. It's ginger ale. Back in civilization. So the next stop is to get some gas for Wolfgang Jack. We're just over a quarter of a tank right now. So we're going to head down to the Irving at exit 24. I think it's 24, maybe 25, I don't know. We'll find it. Alright. See you there. So we got the gas. We're actually at the rest area now. We're about to use the facilities here, and that's about it. Then it's just homeward from there. So, not going to say this was my best trip I've ever had, because getting the cold just before arriving did not help things any. So I kind of ate light until I did my little Thanksgiving feast, which, like, again, you saw back several weeks back at this point. But, yeah, that didn't work out so well. It tasted great going down, but kind of upset my stomach there. Ended up waking up about 3, having to take some antacids and that, so too much food for the cold, I guess, but it was good anyway. I still had fun, just didn't get into any really big, long hikes or anything. Didn't get to explore any of the, look for any more artifacts out in the woods or any of that sort of stuff today, but we had fun anyway. It was a good trip. And, yeah, that's it for this year, though. We'll have some other content coming up, though. We got stuff going on. We'll have some projects on the van, and who knows, if I get the time, maybe I'll swing back over to Harold Park State Forest Campground there and do a full site-by-site campground tour while it's closed. That might be something interesting. Help you guys out for next year. Anyway, this is where we're going to stop the video, so thanks for coming along. Remember, slow down, enjoy life, and always be kind. I'll talk to you guys later.